Everybody loves this morning routine idea. And there's 3 things for the start of the day.
When you fix your breathing and you adopt healthier breathing habits, it's going to help you across the board.
So let's just say in the morning, look at that beautiful sun, and then you look at it and you absorb it.
This morning routine was developed to change your life. I have now been waking up at 5 a.m. every morning for the last few years, and I've been dialing in exactly what it takes to find the ultimate morning routine. This last year, I've spoken to Aubrey Marcus, James Nestor, Niamh about their morning routines. From millionaires to military leaders to experts in the field of psychology, these guys are exactly what I needed to create the ultimate morning routine. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. Today's video was sponsored by Mulliganbrothers.com, the best motivational clothing brand in the world, where you can now get the brand new journal, which is part of my morning routine. With the link in the description, if you buy the journal, all the profits go back to creating this content and making this content possible. We've seen so many people preparing for the new year with the journal. We just want to say a massive thank you to everybody. But before that, what is the ultimate morning routine? And just how important is it to change your life? Let's jump into this video with these amazing leaders in their field. Let's go.
Everybody loves this morning routine idea, and I think it's important. How you start the day is very important. There's 3 things for the start of the day. 1, you need to rehydrate. So you lose a couple pounds, depending on how big you are. It might be less than that if you're smaller. Also, depending on how arid the climate is, there's a differential. So you're losing water. So rehydration. And we're not a freshwater organism, we're a saltwater organism. So a few grams of sea salt, I like Himalayan sea salt, a dash of lemon, and then like 12 to 16 ounces of water right when you wake up. That's gonna start the process of rehydration. And the mild effects of dehydration, it doesn't take much. And it doesn't take much. And I think that's a lot of why people are so tired in the morning, is actually not for any other reason than they're mildly dehydrated. I started using mouth tape, interestingly, when I sleep, which actually helps this. I feel less dehydrated in the morning because I'm breathing out of my nose when I'm sleeping. So that's just a side note that I wasn't aware of when I wrote the book Own the Day. The next thing is you want to start your circadian rhythm. And that's the natural hormone cycle that regulates the day. So getting some light on your body, and if you're in a really dark place, it's important to have, bright lights that you can actually use to actually get your body habituated to the light. And movement, some kind of movement. You don't have to do a full workout, but something to get your body moving. Those things will start to trigger your body into a wakeful state, and you won't need to reach for that coffee until later in the day, that's when I like to drink my coffees in the afternoon.
So just starting off the day, if you're able to just steal away for 3 minutes, for 5 minutes, if you can push it for 10 minutes, and just focus on your breathing when you wake up, it can make a very big difference to your day. I do a practice as part of something called Sudarshan Kriya, which is an inhale to 4, a hold to 4, an exhale to 6, a hold for 2. So inhale to 4, hold 4, exhale 6, hold 2. I find that that's very calming. You can do box breathing, inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4. You just breathe into a box. You can find all this stuff on YouTube, right? The instructions are easy, but it doesn't need to be complicated for it to work. And that's what people are developing, these very elaborate breathing techniques. And okay, that works for you, but the simple stuff can be just as effective as the most complicated stuff. It just depends on how you do it. So if you're able to do that in the morning, that's great. But it's very important when you sit down and work, you open up your monitors and you're, oh man, what am I going to do today? You're stressed. So don't let that stress take over your body and your mind. Control your breathing. You control your breathing. You control your stress. So that's the anchor here. You can try different apps for that, different apps with different timers to just have a rhythm to your breath. Same inhale, same exhale is a good way of staying balanced, alert, and relaxed at the same time.
If this was your last day, on this earth, if you're sitting there in the morning and you're embracing what is beautiful, and you ask yourself in a moment of death, you say, this is my last day on this earth, will you not savor that morning? All the things that bother you in life, would it just not go away? So let's just say the morning, if I wake up and you and I walk out in the deck and I said, Jordan, it's a beautiful morning, man. Look at that beautiful sun. And then you look at it and you absorb it. I said beautiful. That's a word. Okay? Would not your morning be a lot better? So let's say you and I walk out into this deck and I say, you know, I fucking feel like shit today because I drank all night. And you're like, yeah, I feel like shit. Or you're stuck in a past, right? You're thinking about, I don't know, a relationship, or you're thinking about whatever, your parents, whatever. You come out in that deck and you say, man, what a shitty morning. You just put a word on it. It's not actual. It's only a day. It's your narrative. And that narrative can become true if you believe it. The thing is, guys, you're gonna find your own path. You're gonna find what works for you, you know? But I tell you, you win that morning. If you win that morning, you hit it with intensity as in combat, like your life depended on it, then you would hit it with intelligence, wouldn't you? If your life depended on what you do, would you be smarter on how you do it? So why not live life like that? Why not win that morning?
I want to finish this video off with something that I heard from Jocko Willink. And a lot of people look at Jocko and see him getting up at 4 a.m. and think that's what I need to do for success. But Jocko said this, it's not about getting up at 4 a.m. It's about getting up at the same time every single day and creating consistency and a discipline within your routine. That is the most important thing. Me personally, 5 a.m. works the best for me. I get up at 5, I do my morning routine, I stretch, I exercise, and then I have enough time to work throughout the morning and then take my son to school and then go into work into the office. It's the same with Jocko. Jocko gets up at 4 a.m. so he can work out, do emails, do his work, see his kids before they go to school, and then work. Your routine may not need that. Your routine may not require you to get up at 4 a.m. Your routine may need you to get up earlier. I don't know if getting up at 3 a.m. counts as going to sleep even, but your routine may not require that. If you're an athlete, maybe you need more sleep. Do not take somebody's routine just because they're successful as golden as that is for you. It needs to fit you. And the most important thing is to be able to maintain discipline and consistency. And if you want to start to get earlier and earlier wake up times, maybe start at something more sensible, more reasonable, and just get into the routine of it and the discipline of it. Thank you so much to everybody who is involved in this video. We cannot thank you enough. I'm going to link their stuff down below. Has anybody got any tips or tricks for their morning routine? For me, a cold shower is a huge thing that I like to do. Jump into a cold plunge. That is better than coffee. I like to wake up to that. I like to have a big, gigantic bowl of oatmeal as well, and that just sets me right for the day. Today's video was also made possible by Mulliganbrothers.com, the best motivational clothing brand in the world, where I am seeing so many people right now order the journal. And I guess it's because we're getting close to the end of the year. People are trying to get ready to be more organized, to be more disciplined for the end of the year. So thank you to everybody who's been ordering a journal. If you want to start planning and preparing for your new year, go get the Not a Journal with the link in the description, where all the profits go back into creating this content and making this content possible. Also, guys, please, anybody who hasn't hit the notification bell, go give it a little hit. Select that you can see everything coming from Mulligan Brothers, because we have so much more new content coming out as well. And if you haven't already, subscribe with the subscribe button, comment, like, and subscribe. As always, go follow me on Instagram. Have a blessed and productive day. And more importantly, go inspire some change. Start to write down that morning routine, guys. You know, hit a message up on Instagram and let me know what that looks like. I'm really interested to see what your morning routines are like. Have a blessed day. See you next one. Peace.